Michael St. Jean from St. Jean Realty joins us with the latest on the housing market. Good morning to you, Michael.
Good morning. How are you?
Very good. So the Hamilton housing market has caught the eye of the Bank of Canada governor. He called it, he says it's leading the country with high prices, and says that we're in an era of high house price exuberance. I'm sure you're seeing a lot of that.
Definitely. We've seen the hottest real estate market in the history of Hamilton over the last 6 to 8 months.
Right, which is great if you're selling and you get that high price. But what if you're buying again within the same market? Like, how do you even, how are your clients, do you find that they're selling first or buying first?
I think when the market is this hot, definitely buying first in many cases is the right option. I mean, there's no doubt that, if your home's priced and marketed correctly at the moment, your home will definitely sell. More buyers than there are homes available. But the challenge is definitely finding the home that you're going to be moving into. And so for a lot of our clients, they've been choosing to sort of sit back and make sure they're identifying the right property. And then once finding the right property, putting their home up on the market. So it is definitely a challenge.
Mm-hmm. And there's that challenge of when there's a bidding war, like you keep edging up and edging up and edging up because you want that house so bad. And then you get into the, can you really afford it? And you kind of, I know you kind of like go, oh, afterwards, can we afford it?
Yeah, I think it's definitely challenging for buyers. A lot of competition. Unfortunately, there's just not enough supply on the market. Hasn't been for a number of years, and the pandemic has obviously just made that issue a lot worse. And so I think at the end of the day, what everyone needs to keep in mind is that Canada has some of the most stringent rules as far as lending, borrowing, mortgages are concerned of virtually any nation in the Western Hemisphere. So, as much as there are warnings out there, definitely, I think you have to remember that there really isn't, no one is really able in Canada to take a mortgage that they truly can afford based on the ratios, the stress tests. Obviously, people want to always be very, vigilant and make sure that, they're not biting off more than they can chew. But truthfully, there really isn't any way to take a mortgage on, in a way that you just simply wouldn't be able to afford based on your income, based on your debt load. We're just so stringent here that it's, right now you have to qualify at over a 5% interest rate, despite the fact that you can actually walk into, most banks right now and get an interest rate somewhere in the mid 1% range. So we are highly regulated, and so it'd be very difficult for Canadians en masse to just start taking mortgages on that they simply couldn't afford.
Right. How are you doing when it comes to bidding wars right now? Are you doing sealed bids still, or there's this move to a lot of people are asking for transparent bidding so that they know what they're up against? What are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, the process has been virtually the same for the last, 10 to 40 years in Canadian real estate. And so I think it's really, it's on a case by case as far as whether or not there's going to be offers held or, potential bidding wars. But I think, it's more a matter of the market than it is the realtor that's listing the home.
Yeah.
These bidding wars are just a byproduct of there simply being far more buyers than there are homes available. And, it gets to a point where when you have 150 or 200 showings on one property in a week, in order to have a fair process, truthfully, it'd be, it's virtually impossible to just say, whoever brings me the first offer gets the home, because
Right.
I mean, we'd have people, throwing offers at us within 10 minutes of the property hitting the market. And so, we like to just kind of hold everyone back, give time for buyers to properly go through the properties, to do as much due diligence as humanly possible given the circumstances, and to try to have some sort of coordinated, orderly process versus just everybody rushing the front door and throwing their offers at us, within moments of the home hitting the market. So
Right.
it's a difficult situation, kind of no matter what way you swing it.
Okay, and we have the difficult situation of we've run out of time. So, Michael, thank you for joining us. Michael St. Jean from St. Jean Realty.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.